So I went back and looked. I said, all right, in the DSA run, it was 2 frames a second, and if I look on that little cheat sheet, it was 2.6 milligray for that whole run. Then I go over to the fluoro video clip. That 2.6 milligray is more than the fluoro for the entire case. And this is gross. Don't hold me down. I know saying this in front of you will make you cringe, but if I just take that 6-minute case and divide it by however many seconds it was, 5 seconds, it's an exceptionally low dose. So that's a very noisy picture, but in something as simple as dialysis work, it really cuts the dose down, and I use it all the time. I do entire dialysis cases without using digital subtracted angiography. Now, we can slow the fluoroscopic frame rate too. So I've been talking about how when I start a case and I'm running a catheter up the aorta and I'm trying to get in, I'll use 3 frames a second. When I'm way out in some tiny little vessel, I might use 7.5. Somebody else might think they need 15 if they're working in the brain. So I can play with those fluoro rates, and I can also play with the DSA acquisition frame rate and the pulse, the dose per pulse as well. So again, folks who are much smarter than me taught me a long time ago, if you cut that dose down from 30 frames a second to 7.5, you're saving up to 70% of the dose. And so most people, most angiographers, most interventionalists will work at 7.5 frames, but I would submit to you that you can do probably 3/4 of your work nowadays at 3 pulse per second. You certainly should use 3 frames per second. If you're doing a pediatric case, you have to do something on a pregnant gal, so the dose is really, really important. Or for very simple things. You're putting a central line in, you only need 3 frames a second. So again, dialysis. We do a lot of dialysis work at UNC. So this is a fistula. People have either grafts or fistulae, put it in their arms so they can get dialysis through them. So to orient you, the hand is down here. This is the wrist joint. There is a towel clamp here compressing the